I actually wonder if it would have been bigger. I wonder if the issues actually made it more relevant because of the insane overcompensation they gave. That's a really interesting video idea that I think someone else should make that I can react to.
Bet. Also, Tectone, please unban me from your Twitch. It was just a joke. I do apologize, and this will never happen again. Really love your videos, and please react. Thank you very much. I need subs. Thank you. Wuthering Waves has been out for about 2 months now, and I feel like this is a great opportunity to talk about its success after its initial failure at launch. With login problems, performance issues, and many more, content creators as well as the player base suffered to enjoy the game when it first came out. However, how did Wuthering Waves become such a success even after these failures? And did it actually benefit from these issues in the long run? Let's talk about it. Before I start the video, I just want to, ask for subscribers. So please like and subscribe, and I will forever be your slave, So anyways, let's get right into it. We all know by now what Wuthering Waves is, but if you don't, Wuthering Waves is a free-to-play action role-playing game developed and published by Rover Games and was released in May 22nd, 2024. It's been seen as a main competitor to Genshin Impact and aims to place a great emphasis on its combat system and its story. Wuthering Waves amassed over 30 million pre-registered users and was initially viewed with mixed thoughts. Some people thought it was amazing, putting out the combat system, having high depth, and saying that it has the best gameplay, while others pointed out many of its problems, including the voice acting of some characters, problems regarding its game performance and bugs, translation problems that has overgone a lot of drama, and finally, backlash from the gacha community. Obviously, there are more pros and cons, but I'm gonna mention them later on in the video, so bear with me. I'm gonna start by analyzing the underlying issues of the launch of the game, and then explain how Rover Games managed to overcome all these obstacles and was able to compete against the gacha giants, becoming one of the most successful gacha games with one of the highest revenue count currently in 2024. So let's get into it. To begin, let's address the performance issues that Wuthering Waves faced at launch. A lot of people on Reddit have posted their thoughts about the game, and more than half of the player base were not very happy, experiencing various issues such as frame rate drops, troubles running the game properly due to its high requirement, glitches, and voice acting cutting off or being off script for many players. One Reddit user named Saga Electronica mentioned that they were very excited at launch and they were very happy and then very much anticipated to play the game. However, what the game had to offer was very much the opposite. They mentioned that many of these bad experiences would include audio lines cutting off early, a 60 frames per second cap, subtitles displaying incorrect words, poor audio mixing, glitches, and poor performance within the game. They also noted how the story throws you into an endless dialogue where fighting isn't really shown at the start. This is a problem because the game is praised for its combat depth, and not having that at the start really gave it a bad impression. They also mentioned how the dialogue introduced complicated terms, like for example, the lament, wave-worn phenomenon, tacit fields, tacit discords, all of that at the start of the game, which made a lot of people very confused and having a headache, which made them not really want to focus on the story, but rather skip it entirely and focus solely on the combat and other features that the game had to offer. This sentiment received positive feedback with over 3,000 upvotes and 1,000 comments, with people agreeing and feeling that the game was very unpolished and incomplete. In my opinion, I also felt that the game was all pretty unpolished. I experienced a lot of crashes and poor performance and felt like the dialogue was missing, and I also felt like the devs didn't really care about the game as much. One Reddit user replied, "I can agree with every single statement in this post. The combat seems way more fun than in Genshin, but the polish and the story introduction were sorely lacking." Even content creators talked about this issue and were very understanding as well, including Mtashed, Mr. Pokey, and Tectone. So despite promising potential, Wuthering Waves struggled to meet expectations at launch regarding that aspect. Of course, the drama surrounding the game have given it a lot of bad light, especially with regards to how it competes against other gacha games like Genshin Impact. People started posting their thoughts about Wuthering Waves and how it compares to Genshin, and obviously this sparked a lot of controversy regarding both the wuwa community and the Genshin community, basically shitting on each other and fighting over which game is better. One Reddit post written by a deleted user mentioned that wuwa had an overall better launch than Genshin and listed out the problems that Genshin had. These include include sloppy gameplay and bad monster variety, as well as little to no endgame content. The comments, however, were just straight up laughing at them and making fun of them by just voicing their opinions, sending the copium photo meme, or just mentioning that they were wrong. Other Reddit posts involved Genshin players saying that Wuthering Waves is bad, and obviously getting backlash from wuwa players as well. This all basically turned into a political war and gave the whole gacha community a more of a toxic vibe to it, and this all put Wuthering Waves under fire just because it existed and people were just not happy. Other content creators were also shitting on the game, saying that it wouldn't be as successful as Genshin and that it won't be a Genshin killer. But also some people were supporting it and seeing the potential improvement coming in the future. And obviously this sparked even more drama between content creators and their thoughts about the game, making the game get even more backlash, since content creators are the face of gacha content. Additionally, with the release of Zenless Zone Zero, the issue arose comparing both games' difficulty and combat system, which led to even more drama and more hatreds toward the game. Finally, there are other dramas that also, gave Kuro Games a bad rep, including the translation problem in Japan, the guide makers drama, and also the recent drama that revolved around EO's rant about the game. Obviously, there were other content creators that were involved in the drama, but it was just their reaction and their thoughts. Overall, all these issues that Kuro Games have faced definitely led to the game to flop in the long run, right? Well, the answer is no. The game has reached an even higher popularity and amassing over $40 million in revenue in just 3 weeks after its launch. So how did Kuro do it? Let's talk about it. So how did Kuro do it? Well, all they did was just listen to the community. Over the past 2 months, they just kept releasing update after update, fixing the issues with regards to the performance of the game, but also giving out compensation to every single player in order to retain the player base, including 10 polls and free 5-star characters. Well, they also managed to enhance frame rate and most of the bugs in the game. While most of the dialogue are still clunky as well, it still shows that they are trying to make the game better and for people to enjoy. Furthermore, Kuro Game was able to release events that would make it easier for players to grind and overall make the gameplay experience easier and more fulfilling, giving out double XP drops for materials and fixing the ecosystem. Not only that, but they managed to also hold up this by releasing version 1.1, which increased people's expectations about the game in a positive way. They also managed to introduce Zhezhi and Changli's story in a great way, but also showing out a new area to be explored as well, and fixing up some issues with passive fields that would enhance the gaming experience. Additionally, the recent drama that Kuro Games have faced raised a lot of attention to the game, and therefore a lot of people wanted to try it out for themselves and see what the talk is all about, further raising the popularity of the game. More drama leads to more attention, leading to more popularity. And with more bugs being fixed, the developers' notes and compensations being added out to the community, with regards to all this attention, Kuro Games managed to hold up its end of the bargain and deliver not a perfect game, but a well-polished game. Furthermore, a lot of content creators have also talked about the situation regarding Kuro's communication with the community, which further increased the positive image and made people try the game for themselves. I feel like Tectone had the biggest impact with regards to the game, since he really cares about it and enjoys it, and seeing these big content creators pushing the popularity of the game really makes me happy. Overall, this highlights the long-term effects of these issues that lead to the success of the game. I feel like if it weren't for Kuro's great communication with the community, the game would have 100% fallen out of favor, but this showed that they truly care about this project and want to see it succeed as much as possible, and not really being a cash grab, honestly. Obviously, Kuro Games has a lot of work to do and a lot of stuff to fix, but it's nice seeing a gacha game that can actually compete against Genshin Impact and giving us a breath of fresh air with regards to new content. In summary, Wuthering Waves faced a lot of significant challenges at launch, including performance issues and community drama. However, Kuro Games' commitment to addressing these problems through regular updates, player compensation, and active community engagement turned the tides. These efforts not only improved the game, but also strengthened its relationship with players, leading to impressive revenue and growth. In my opinion, the initial struggle served as a catalyst for success. They pushed Kuro Games to prioritize player feedback and innovation, ultimately benefiting the game in the long run. Looking ahead, I predict Wuthering Waves will continue to thrive as long as it maintains its focus on the community-driven development and content expansion like they showed us in version 1.1. The journey from setbacks to success highlights the power of resilience and adaptability in the gaming industry. So let me know what you guys think about this video. Again, this is all my first time doing this and doing these kind of videos, so constructive criticism would be absolutely amazing. You know, maybe I should have done more research on the matter or looked into more drama, but I felt like I didn't really have time to do so since I wanted to get this done by Sunday. So Tectone, if you're watching this, I want to hear your thoughts as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.